Proposition 60.
Proposition 60. If there are children in the room, please ask them to leave.
And we're not talking about most of our friends.
Girl. So Proposition 60, condoms and pornographic films. Proposition 60 would require adult film performers to wear condoms and use taxpayer dollars to appoint Michael Weinstein, the author of the ballot initiative, as a state employee. His job would be to monitor all adult film production in California. Basically, Michael Weinstein figured out how to get the state of California to pay him to watch all of the porn.
Was this job on Craigslist or Monster.com?
Like, sweet.
What?
All right, no, we got to keep it.
Okay.
Legit.
All right. So the fiscal impact would be porn leaves California. That's my prediction, by the way. That's not an assessed fiscal impact.
By the way, that's a title of a porn they would make before they left.
Porn leaves California. Yep.
So the grapes of.
Where to even begin here? So notable supporters and opposition.
I mean, let's just hear what the doctor has to say. Because
let's
it's
just
pretty
go right to it.
straightforward, Bill.
Yeah.
Well, I like to know who lined him up for the job, because there's probably a nice long line of people who want that job. But no, seriously, somebody should monitor what's going on in the porn industry, and for the most part, it's the workers, the workers in the porn industry, and so porn workers, sex workers, need to be protected. And for the most part, like organized labor in general, the best resource for that are the workers themselves. So I don't know who this person is, but I would say that the impact, fiscal or otherwise, could be tremendous from a public health point of view. And as an emergency room doctor, especially, I'd be worried about people being with exposure, and if they're not getting properly screened and or prophylaxis for sexually transmitted diseases, obviously. But on the other hand, I'm also worried about reporting incidences. So if people are reporting, or they're made to lie or go underground about reporting, then that's going to create a black market. And it's kind of like reporting for HIV or other sexually transmitted diseases. It has to be done extremely confidentially. Otherwise, it won't work. Now, by definition, this is not confidential because it's exposed. They're on camera. Okay, so that means that a lot of the industry will not just leave California; it'll go underground. And so I think you can't impose that on an industry that are screening techniques. If there are faults in the screening of performers, then those need to be improved upon, either through better tests and making sure that the incidence of false positives and false negatives in testing, and then absolutely in terms of offering say prophylaxis and that kind of thing. So I don't see this as a fix for the problem. I think this could create more of a problem, which drives a lot of people, especially the workers in the industry, underground, and therefore becomes a public health issue, which will end up costing us more, not less. So I think it's significant. I would vote no on this proposition. I do not think it's the right move to fix the problem.
I agree 100%. It's funny too, because not only do I think would it leave, but like you mentioned, it would create this black market. It would create this. There's already the technology to backdate. You know what I mean? Like they'll be like, oh, this movie was filmed 2 years ago, and there'll all of a sudden be 1,000 movies that were filmed 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Just to get around it, and like. But I think the point of view that you put as far as it could cause more harm than good sold me even further.
And to add on to that, if you are someone that is against pornography just as a profession,
wait, that's a profession?
Yeah, professional
adult.
Adult.
I don't like porn.
You could
guy?
professionally not like porn.
Yeah.
Guy. That's Michael Weinstein, I think.
There it is, Michael.
He's doing this begrudgingly against his will to watch all the porn. But
Does he ever have a bad day at work? I wonder. Like he comes home and like is his wife like, hey, and then don't even come near me.
You know what? Careful what you wish for, Michael, because after 3 days of doing this, I think you're gonna not be liking your job so much.
I picture the Clockwork Orange scene.
With
with the and it's like, yeah.
But like Dr. Bill was saying, this is going to put people at greater risk and have to go underground. It's not going to protect people. It's going to hurt people. So even if you are against porn, this is only going to endanger people that live in California. And if you're looking at supporters and opposition, there are AIDS foundations and medical societies that are supporting it. There are also AIDS foundations and medical societies that are opposing it.
Yes.
And also notable opposition is the California Democratic Party, the California Republican Party, and the California Libertarian Party.
Wait, hold on. Are we agreeing with the California Republican Party?
We are. Well, California Republicans are more like Pennsylvania Democrats.
Yes,
well,
not a big of a stretch.
If I have a minute, I might just point out that mandatory reporting is generally a bad idea. Whether it's random drug tests, whether it's needle exchanges, if it's required reporting or names and identities are revealed, then people will go underground, and that's not right. What needs to be done is to find ways that encourage safe practices without changing fundamentally what they're doing. So if there's a market for it, and if we find it's not harmful in other ways, then I think that this is the wrong fix, and it's back to the drawing boards.
So Proposition 60 is a no.
Is a no.
Is a no.
From my point of view, yeah.
To be clear, it's a yes on adult films, but a no on the proposition.
No on the proposition.
Okay, great.
That's a no on Prop 60.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bill.
Thank you, guys.